Penn State and Boise State are about to tango in the Fiesta Bowl. And fun fact, neither one of them have ever lost the Fiesta Bowl. Boise State's 3-0, Penn State is 7-0. Little fun fact for your New Year's Eve party if you're watching the game. I think Penn State's going to beat Boise State, but I think it's going to be closer than people think. And the one reason that I feel that way is because Penn State's offense is more explosive than Boise State's is. And I understand that the argument against that is that means your offense is easier to stop because Boise State is football. And they believe that they are going to run the football at Penn State and not have an issue with it. And I don't think that they are ridiculous for thinking that. I think this is one of those games where Boise State wins the time of possession by a lot because they're going to try to make it, I think, a low-scoring game. And they aren't going to beat themselves. Maddox Madsen, the Boise State quarterback, has 3 interceptions this season. He's thrown 3 interceptions. That's it. Boise State's +7 in the turnover margin. Boise State's really good at third downs offensively, which means they churn out drive after drive after drive where it's several plays. It's not the 3-play, 79-yard touchdown drives that other offenses are accustomed to or used to. It's going to be a steady dose of Ashton Jeanty, which makes sense because that gives you the best chance to win. But Penn State, what they are best at defensively, stopping the run, getting off the field on third down. They're better at it than Boise State. They're better at it than damn near everybody in America of getting off the field on third down. And when that stop rate matters, when getting off the field and getting your offense back the football is the key to victory. I think Penn State's explosive offense, where they are one of the most explosive by the statistics offenses in America, I think that's the difference. Being able to score quickly and from anywhere on the field matters in games like this one. And I know that there is a portion of the college football audience that is like, this isn't fair. Penn State has a really easy path to the semifinals with SMU and with Boise State. I don't think this is a pushover by any stretch of the imagination because, and I think this is a big motivating factor, Boise State is not playing just for Boise State. Boise State gets that Hoosiers pregame speech. If you're not doing it just for us, you're doing it for everybody who wishes they could have had this opportunity. Everybody in Group of 5 who has to deal with the fact that no matter when we play a Power 4 program, we're told we can't win because they're better than us just from walking off the bus. Boise State is going to have those motivating factors of, we are doing this for all the towns like Hickory that never got here. And when you have that in you, you're playing for something a little bit bigger than yourself. That's a strong motivating factor. Is it big enough to make up for some of the issues that you have in this matchup? I doubt it, but it does make the game closer. Boise State, I think, make no mistake about it, is going to run the football against Penn State. They are going to have at least some success. I think the idea that this is a 31-7 game where Ashton Jeanty is held to 92 yards on 31 carries, I don't think it's going to be that. Now, I don't think the opposite way either. I don't know that Ashton Jeanty's going to run for 200 yards against Penn State, but they're going to be successful running the football, at least marginally, to the point of they're not going to get their brains beat in, I believe. I don't believe that they are going to get just curb stomped from start to finish. I think there is a pathway to victory for Boise State. I just don't know how wide that path is because I think if they can run the football, if they can take time off the clock, keep the ball out of Drew Aller's hands, keep Tyler Warren on the sideline, I think they've got a good chance a puncher's chance, as good a chance as anybody, to beat Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl. But you've got to put Drew Aller in a situation where he's going to beat himself. Now, he can and will do that. He's thrown 7 interceptions this season to 21 touchdowns. The completion percentage has gotten better for Drew Aller in this season, almost at 70%. Can you rush Drew Aller, make him make quick decisions? Can you get a defensive touchdown, or can you steal a possession? Can you get a touchdown out of it? Because I think that's Boise State's pathway to victory. I don't know if they want to get in a shootout with Penn State. I think they want to be in a 21 and an under 28 situation. And probably, truthfully, an under 24 situation. If the winning score is under 24 points, I really like Boise State's chance to win. If it's above that, I don't think they got a great shot. But can you force Drew Aller in a situation where he beats himself? Because I don't think Boise State's going to beat themselves. Don't think they're going to turn the football over. Drew Aller might turn the ball over if you get him in the right situation. Can you run the football, control the clock, keep their offense off the field, be successful on third down, get those 14-play, 84-yard drives that take 7 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock? I think that's the pathway to victory for Boise State. And I think that's a really challenging pathway to victory because that's something that really high-level teams do. And that's not to say Boise State isn't a really high-level team. Their one loss is by 3 points to the number 1 team in the country. So they can play with Penn State. I just don't know if they can consistently not make the wrong play at the wrong time, if that makes sense. I think Ashton Genty's going to get a lot of carries. I think he's going to be up in the 100 to 150-yard range. Can you utilize the defense selling out to stop Ashton Genty to have somewhat big plays through the air in the play-action passing game? Because those are the ways that I think Boise State is successful. I don't know that, by God, we're just going to line up in a box. We're going to shove Penn State where they don't want to go. I don't know that it's going to be that easy. But I think the pathway to victory is control the ball, time of possession, low scoring, successful on third down. And if you can steal a possession, get an interception that puts you in really good field position, or a pick six, onside kick, get a fumble on a punt muff, something like that gets you that extra possession in a tight game, is the difference for Boise State and not. I don't think they can accomplish all that. I think Penn State stiffens their backs eventually and wins a 27-17 game or whatever, something similar to that. A 10-point looks really comfortable, but for a while, we're sweating it out, move on to the semifinals. A win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how many you win by, just that you win by one type of game for Penn State. That's what I'm expecting tonight in the Fiesta Bowl. By the way, Nittany Lions have never lost to a Mountain West team. So they've never lost to a Mountain West team, never lost to Fiesta Bowl. Tough to pick against them in this situation. But I want to know your thoughts. Give me your score predictions in the comments down below. Would love to see them, would love to hear them, would love to read them. That'll do it for today's episode of the Daily Huddle. We'll have a full preview of New Year's Day action, college football games, triple header tomorrow, and I'll have it for you here on the Daily Huddle. Appreciate you making us a part of your day, however it is, wherever it is you're doing so. You're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're getting all the great college football content we're pumping out. If you're listening on the podcast feed, drop a 5-star review. It goes a long way in helping out the channel. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Daily Huddle.